Let us look about metals and non-metals in this module. Metals. So metals are the things which we use in our day-to-day life. For example, gold, platinum, copper, silver, lead, tin, nickel, aluminium and etc. Let us know more about metals and non-metals in the following slides. Metals. A metal is a material that is typically hard, opaque, shiny and has good electrical and thermal conductivity. Metals are generally malleable, that is, they can be hammered or pressed permanently out of shape without breaking or cracking, as well as fusible, able to be fused or melted, and ductile, able to be drawn out into a thin wire. About 91 of the 118 elements in the periodic table are metals. Some elements appear in both metallic and non-metallic forms. For example, gold, silver, iron, copper and etc. Non-metals. Let us look about non-metals. For example, carbon, phosphorus, sulfur are some of the best examples of non-metal. Let us look more about non-metals in the following slides. Non-metals. In chemistry, a non-metal or a non-metal is a chemical element that is mostly lacks metallic attributes. Physically, non-metals tend to be highly volatile, easily vaporized, have low elasticity and are good insulators of heat and electricity. Chemically, they tend to have high ionization energy and electronegativity values and gain or share electrons when they react with other elements or compounds. 17 elements are generally classified as nonmetals. Most are gases like hydrogen, helium, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, chlorine, argon, krypton, xenon, radon and etc. One is a liquid bromine and a few are solids. For example, carbon, phosphorus, sulfur, selenium and iodine. Physical properties of metal. Let us look about the physical properties of metal. First comes lustrous. Metals have luster. These means they are shiny enough. For example, gold, copper, silver, iron and etc. Next comes ductility. Metals are ductile, that is, they can be drawn into thin wires. For example, gold, copper, silver, iron and etc. Density. Metals have high density. For example, iron, copper, gold and etc. Conductor of heat and electricity. Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. That is, it allows heat and electricity to pass through it easily. For example, gold, copper, silver, iron and etc. Sonorous. Metals are sonorous. It means it makes sound when hit with an object. For example, bells, strings of guitar and etc. Hardness and softness. Metals are generally hard in nature. For example, iron, copper, gold and etc. Malleability. Metals are malleable. That is, they can be beaten into thin sheets with hammer or any other instrument. Example, iron, copper, gold, aluminium and etc. Melting and boiling point. Metals have high melting and boiling point. For example, iron, copper, gold, aluminium and etc. Physical properties of nonmetals. Malleability. Nonmetals are not malleable but they are brittle, break easily. For example, sulfur, phosphorus, and etc. Ductility. Nonmetals are not ductile. Example, silicon, boron, and etc. Sonorous. Nonmetals are not sonorous. That means it cannot produce when hit with a hammer. For example, bromine, fluorine, etc. Density. Nonmetals generally have low density. For example, hydrogen, carbon, and etc. Melting and boiling point. Nonmetals have low melting and boiling point. Hardness and softness. Nonmetals are generally soft. For example, carbon, phosphorus, and etc. Conductor of heat and electricity. Nonmetals are generally bad conductors of heat and electricity. For example, iodine. Exceptional cases. Electrical conductivity. Carbon in the form of graphite is a nonmetal which conducts electricity just like metals. Luster. Iodine is a nonmetal which is lustrous, having a shining surface just like metals. Hardness and softness. Alkali metals, that is lithium, sodium, and potassium, are soft just like nonmetals. Carbon in the form of diamond is a nonmetal which is extremely hard just like metals. Physical state. Mercury is a metal but it is liquid at room temperature. Melting and boiling point. Sodium, potassium, cesium, and gallium metals have low melting points. Diamond is a non-metal which has a very high melting and boiling point. Density. Alkali metals, for example, lithium, sodium, and potassium have low densities, just like non-metals. Thank you. Please subscribe our video for more details like this. Thank you for watching.